So moving on from that, what other news have we got? Anything else coming up?
Okay, I've got. Let me do a quick fire bit of 3 other little bits. 2 Pathfinder, and then one completely unrelated, but something I just thought was delightful and had to go in the news. So we got a hint from Aaron Shanks, who is the press fellow at Paizo, who sets us up with our review copies. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, Aaron.
He's
been in the chat before. Thank you very much.
Yes, he is sometimes. But yeah, he mentioned that there are going to be 2 on his Paizo live stream. Mentioned there are going to be 2 more one-shot adventures coming out later this year. One will be a Starfinder, and I think the other one is a Pathfinder one. The one-shots are the ones that we talked about with Sundered Waves a few weeks ago. They're ones designed to be played in one night, and they come with pre-generated characters who are all connected to the story. So it's just a one thing that you play, and they're pretty cheap to get. They're like $5. So designed to be played on virtual tabletops quickly with a group. So that's going to be fun. We're getting 2 more of them. They're going to get announced. Details will be announced at PaizoCon next month. So if you liked Sundered Waves, hold on, because there will be some more coming. Happy that there's some Starfinder in there as well, because I'm glad that's getting included.
And I do think one-shots, they're very useful, because I'd imagine if you're someone who wants to GM and you want to persuade a bunch of friends to do it, and they've never played before, you could be like, let's just do this one-shot. You don't even have to roll up a character to wet their whistles, and hopefully encourage some of them to play a bit more regularly. So good. I'm glad to.
I like it because the beginner's box is the obvious answer to say, if someone's like, I'm considering playing this game, or I want to teach people this game, what should I do? Absolutely, the beginner's box. But also, these things are only a $5. So that's a much cheaper way of getting people into it. If you don't want to go and buy the whole beginner's box and you're confident teaching the game, this is a nice way of doing it. And it's a nice way of just, even if we forget, because we do this for like our business now that we play Pathfinder, but like, if Pathfinder is just one of those games that you play sometimes with everyone, and you're like, I feel like a week off from our 5e campaign or from our vampire campaign, let's just do this. Bang, £5. You've got a game you can run in one night. I love them. I think they're a really smart idea.
Yeah, absolutely. And funny I've mentioned that, Paul says he likes one shots, and I believe Paul also bought the beginner's box. So hopefully you've had a chance to use that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, and I think I remember discussing games with you many years ago, and you said about the 1 pint rule. So if a game costs the price of a pint and you get an hour's worth of entertainment out of a pint, then if you buy something for the price of a pint, £5, then getting an evening's entertainment out of that's pretty good value from my book.
It's a good barometer to decide on. I do have a lot of really questionable Steam games based on that.
Well, yes,
but not everything is as fun as a pint.
It's true, but if you played it for longer than an hour, you've got more value than if you just bought a pint.
That's true.
I mean, if I had my way, it would just be pints a go all the time. Moving on from that.
Then the last 2 really quick ones. One thing that mechanics fans and anyone following the playtest will be happy with. Jason Ballman has told us one of the changes that's getting made to the Magus class before Secrets of Magic comes out, and that is to do with spell strike. Spell strike was previously you made a roll to cast your spell, and then you made another roll to make your attack. And if you messed up either of those rolls, you didn't get anything for it. And it was a lot of chance to fail. It was annoying. Everyone hated it. That's all gone now. When you make a spell strike, you're going to roll 1 attack. If that hits, the attack hits and the spell hits, which means you could do a lot of damage or no damage at all. Really, really nerdy, but that's a really nice change, and it's one of those things that everyone's been clawing at, hoping would happen. So the Magus is looking fun. I can't wait to talk about that book.
Good.
And the final one is...
comes wandering over.
Oh, he's still alive.
Borash is never eaten by creatures. He is too mighty by this. I see that Borash has done well to hire all of you as his guards. You have done very well this day.
Where were you? Were you just hiding behind the cart or something?
No, Borash was hiding behind that camel. And he points at the camel nods.
Good. I'm glad you did.
Yes, do not worry. Borash is safe, which is more than I can say for Tim. He gestures to the person who's in 2 pieces. But that is not a problem, for Tim did not pay very well for his protection. And so if anyone were to be eaten, I would hope that it would be either Tim or Sandra over there. And he gestures to one of the other merchants, who just suddenly looks like Sorry, what?
You are a very trying man.